In FeatureCAM 2012, users now have the option to set the exact Z step depth for any kind of 2.5D feature. In this example, we're going to look at the pocket on the part. So again, if I run a 3D simulation, you can see all of our features. And we see we get 2 steps inside this pocket region for our part. I'm going to select that pocket and hide everything except the pocket itself. I'm also going to turn off all the features and just leave the pocket on so we can analyze this. If I play a centerline simulation, you'll see those 2 steps. This is because the feature is broken up into a couple of steps relating to the depth of the cutting portion of the tool. If we want to set an exact depth, we go into the feature, into the properties, into the roughing, and the milling tab, and I can choose from my rough path Z increment an exact distance. In the case of this pocket, if we view from the side, what we're going to do is we're going to set an increment of 2 mm. The pocket depth itself is 25, so 2 mm will not divide that pocket up equally. Sure enough, if I preview that roughing toolpath, we got our steps, but what we seem to have is unequal depth. The reason behind this is the way FeatureCAM calculates the depth of the pocket. If we go into a calculator and just verify this, if we enter the distance of 25 mm for the depth of the pocket, and we divide by the distance of the Z increment, in this case 2 mm, you'll see we get 12.5. FeatureCAM will round this up to try and narrow this down to 13 passes. If I clear that value and actually say 25 divided by the 13, this gives me a Z step depth of 1.923 mm. We can verify this if I check by measuring inside FeatureCAM the depth of one of the passes. Here you can see that 1.2923 mm depth. However, we can stop FeatureCAM from doing this by turning off the equal depth of cut option. Going into the pocket, into the properties, and over in the miscellaneous tab you'll notice there is an option, equal depth of cut. If I uncheck that option and apply, and preview the roughing toolpath, you'll now notice, if I measure the distance, that all of our step downs are of an equal 2 mm. It is only at the last pass that FeatureCAM will cut to a smaller depth to finish the feature, in this case 1 mm. We can also set this globally through the machining attributes. If we go into the step over area, you'll notice we have equal depth of cut, and I can turn that off if I wish to use my incremental values.